Anyway, we invite you to come in and enjoy, sit, like, comment, subscribe, share, and enjoy.
Who's the priority in the relationship?
In our relationship,
I mean, just in general.
um, I would think, well, I'm I've put it like this. I've been told I was the priority, but I would think in most relationships it is the woman that is a priority because um I feel men do cater to women a lot. Not that women don't cater to men, but in the most part, men kind of cater.
Are you saying that's the criteria that you use as gauging who's the priority in a relationship?
Well, that's the relation. Yeah, that's I should say it can't really be the gauge because at least not for our relationship, but for the most part, yeah, I can see where a lot of men cater to they women that I've seen. Well, I won't even say cater. I would say that they go a little bit beyond. Let me see if I can come up with an example. Um, Most of the time is I put it like this. So say we're going on a date, you always ask me first where I want to go. It's
Mhm.
not always where you want to go, but it's where I want to go. You do pick a lot of places to go. The majority of the time you do, which I'm good with that. But for some people, the man is pretty much always in charge.
I'm trying to get a sense of where you're going with it because
So, well, let me ask you this. What what consists of being the priority? What makes like I'm gonna ask you for our relationship. What makes you feel as though I'm the priority and you're not?
um, for me, saying that it's because uh, you're still actively like working and things of that nature. I'm kind of in la la land,
Okay.
right?
La 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 la. Okay.
Right. I just kind of in la la land, and and really, if I'm being really me,
hmm
I don't give a fuck about this shit. This world is just it just don't grab me that way, right?
Right.
But I'm here,
Right.
right? So making you the priority gives me something to look forward to.
Oh,
Right? Because really, I could take the rest of these motherfuckers and leave my. It ain't that serious, you know. Except for a few choice people that I know. But the rest of this shit can blow up, and I'd be like, that's the way it go, motherfucker.
oh, you're
So
pulling my heartstrings.
right. So that that's to me is that's just mine. But I've seen different celebrity couples and things of
Mm,
that nature. What they power couples, like
right.
and and a discussion came up on one show talking about one person or the other is the priority in that relationship, even though those couples have both um, very highlighted professions, you know.
Right. Okay.
But they were debating about which one was more of the priority in the relationship, and they were talking about a Beyonce, Jay-Z, a Taylor Swift, and Travis Kelsey, those type of high profile couples all make a lot of money. But the guy was arguing from more of a religious, biblical type of argument.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying he took the exact thing out of the Bible or the exact thing from the religion. It's just his angle came from that point of view, right?
Gotcha.
And I just thought it was fun to ask the audience, is there a priority in the relationship? And I know technically, um, just culturally over the years, where the man has been the breadwinner of the household, by default, I think a lot they became the priority as the breadwinner. Then you start to see this swing
Hmm.
to where um, these people were putting the children as the priority of the family in the relationship. And so on the radio, this one radio program, a big debate broke out as to uh, basically who comes first in the household,
Right,
right?
right. I've
And
heard that
all
quite a
these
bit.
right, and all these people are arguing, oh, well, you got to put the children first, this, that, and the other. And there was a pushback to which I agree with. The breadwinner of that family is the priority because nothing rolls unless that person goes and makes that bread.
Exactly.
And they were saying this thing has gotten out of whack because everybody comes first before mom and dad, and these kids are super empowered, you know, and mom and
Yeah.
dad are ran ragged and not don't have any self-care and stuff like that.
Right.
And all of that, to which I agree with. I believe that there should be a balance of it, you know.
Hmm.
And that's a goes along with too respecting your elders, you know,
Okay.
where kids don't grow up with that. It's me,
Yeah.
and they don't respect their elders, you
Right.
know. and
Right.
and we witnessed that when we went to a family function, you know. Now those kids don't eat first, those elders eat first,
So yeah, supposed to.
right?
Yeah.
Without them paving the way, these motherfuckers wouldn't have a way to go. So,
Right.
you
Right.
know, so the balance aspect of it is all out of whack, you know,
Y-
in that argument of it. And then, you know, when you come down to the family relationship of it, so now you got two people. Now mama's out in the work field and this, that, and the other, and blah blah blah. And again, if that's the breadwinner, that's the breadwinner, you know.
Okay.
And I think part of the problem with people is, yeah, they pivot, but they don't pivot in the right direction.
Okay.
All right. So now, and if dad is Mr. Mom and he's at home with the kid and mom is out there hustling the breadwinner, okay, it's just a pivot, right? It's not an
Right.
ego thing. It's just a pivot. You know, things
Right.
ain't like it was 30 years ago. You
It's
know,
not.
circumstances have changed, so it's just a pivot. So it's one of those situations to where um, I think it's something that people should, you know, think about and keep in mind. You know, who's the priority in the relationship, and it doesn't mean that the other person is uh, less equal or all of that ego stuff they try to throw in there and psychological babble crap they try to throw in there. It just
Yeah.
means that, you know, this is what we're doing, right? And
Right.
as a unit, we move further when we got our dynamics down as
Right.
to who's doing what and this, that, and the other. And there's a
Right.
lot of give and take to it. And I think relationship wise, people either are oblivious to the point, or um, it's something they get into as an ego thing,
Yeah.
especially younger, you know, as an ego stroke.
Yeah. And now, and as you say, if it's mom out there being a breadwinner, but most nowadays it's you have both parents out there, mom and dad out there being the breadwinner. I still would say in that case, the male will be the priority of the household. And I'm not saying because he may make more money, and I'm not saying that, but it's like when you like you just said, both are equal at that point because they're both out there making the money or bringing in the bread or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
um I would still say because you still have that big argument of, oh no, you feed the kids first. No, it would still go because he's head of household, regardless to if you make more money than him, it's still considered in the biblical sense that man is the head of the house. So now if he ain't in the house, then that's a different story. But as long as there's a man in the house, married or not, he is the head of the house. If Even if he's not working, he's still head of the household, which a lot of people tend to get that wrong, or they don't agree with that. It's like, well, I'm making the money and he just sitting at home. It doesn't matter. He's still the man. You still got to respect him for the man that he is. It's it's not always his fault that he doesn't have a job, but he's still holding up. He's still dealing with responsibilities. So to me, that's like me and you, like you say, if you ain't working no more and I'm still working, you still had a household, you still their priority to me because you've done it already. So you deserve to still just sit back and do nothing. So that's just my point of view. Some may not disagree with it, but I don't care.
Well, I just stay in La La Land.
That's okay.
La La Land is a lot safer than going out here into the mean world.
I know.
It's just much safer, you know. That's
It's
all.
okay. You can stay in La La Land.
Right,
That's
right.
okay. I'll be a part
Now
of your La La Land.
you see it.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Kwame.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a poster.
really.
Yeah. For the rest of the folks, I'll put a picture of the poster up there. It came with the CD.
You, you telling your age.
No, this is his latest.
Yeah, but don't nobody buy CDs no more. What is a CD?
Well, well, right. Well, the thing about it was is when the album came out, he was talking about the music business isn't what it used to be,
Hmm.
and artisans making money off streaming and whatnot. So a lot of artists are going back to selling CDs and vinyl, right? And so I bought one. It was $20. Okay, cool. I bought one, and he sent the poster with it, and he did a social media post, I think on Facebook and Instagram, of him signing the posters saying the CDs are here. We're going to be shipping them out and this, that, and the other. I saw it, but I didn't really think nothing of it. I was like, okay, send my CD.
Right.
So when I got the CD, the poster was in there with the thank you, and I was like, oh, that's cool.
Okay.
That's
That
cool.
is.
Right.
That's
So,
something to cherish.
but what I wanted to impart to the listening audience is that you should go and support live music for one, because there's no feeling like live music.
Correct.
The second thing is your favorite artists from back in the day. A lot of these people are back on tour because, again, the money isn't the same in streaming. So to keep that lifestyle, they got to go back out on tour. And some of them have just continuously toured even after losing original members. I think I saw the Temptations still out there. Um,
Yeah.
Cool in the Gang is only got the founder left. You know,
Yeah.
um, Cameo's still out there. You just saw Gladys Knight and Patti LaBelle and them are still
Right.
out there, right? We're going to see New Edition in them. Um, and the thing about it is, not only are they getting older, you're getting older.
Correct.
So you may not, this may be your last chance to see them because of one reason or another. So I'm
Right.
encouraging people to get out there, go see some live music, and because you never know what will happen in his lifetime, and you may not get a chance to see these folks again live. You can always
Right.
play the videos, but live you may not get that chance. The third reason uh, for me encouraging people to get out and support your favorite artists, whether it be local, national, or whatever. Good music is good music, regardless of the genre. Is that because of the way the business is changing so fast,
Hmm.
you it's not going to be too short of a period to where live performances are going to be a thing that may be holographic. You know,
Yeah.
they've experimented with that already, and I can see that as being the next innovation of concerts, to where
Hmm.
now you're not seeing these folks anymore. You're seeing a hologram of these folks at a concert venue, you
Yeah.
know. So things are rapidly changing, especially in the computer world, the digital space that we live in. So that's why I'm encouraging people get out, go see them, go support them, have the time of your life, because you never know how quick this thing can shift, you know,
Yeah.
especially with AI being as prominent as it is.
Yeah. That's like when you said when we went to see Raphael Sadiq. That was my first time ever seeing him or any part of Tony. So that was an experience for me, and I did have a good time.
Right. And
I
even
did.
though it was a different show, he didn't perform the way a concert would necessarily go. All right.
Right.
But you got to see a very unique experience that you may not ever get to see again out of him.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I've seen one person shows before, and that's where you got the idea from, but his story is truly unique. And
Yeah.
think about this part. Now his brother has passed away.
Right.
So you may get to see a Tony show again, but not with
The
all
original.
the original members. You know,
Yeah.
so that's a reason, again, another reason why you need to get out here, enjoy yourself, go see a good show. It's a great date night. You know,
It is.
relive
It
your
is.
youth a little bit.
A
You
little
know,
bit. Right.
exactly that. Exactly that. At least, try to make it a priority to see a couple national shows a year, and then
Hmm.
support your local artists, with good shows and whatnot.
Yeah. I would have to look up my local artists here in Michigan. I'm sure there is some, but
Well, you're not that far from Detroit, so Detroit has always got something going on musically. We heard that on date night.
we did.
Right. Good music is just good music, regardless of who's playing it. It's my point to always have a segment that discusses AI. And my point is because I don't want us as a generation to stick our head in the sand and act like it doesn't exist and just kind of go along with the motion, because AI is going to be one of the most major advancements in our lifetime,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
There's a lot of moral questions around AI. And one of the questions I have for people is, knowing that AI is going to be one of the most significant advances in our lifetime and has the potential, some say has already surpassed the intelligence of a human being.
Okay.
So, in a technical sense, the human being is not on top of the intelligence food chain. Now, some like me would argue that them dumb motherfuckers were never on top of the intelligence food chain, because Human beings are the only ones that sit there and look at that body of water. It just disappeared, and all the animals are headed for the hills because they know the damn tsunami's coming.
Okay, point
Right?
taken.
But, but the head of the food chain, intelligence wise, sitting there going, look at that. Imagine that.
Right, right. They knew to run for shelter.
Right. They're like, no, we're getting the fuck up out of here. Some bad shit is about to happen.
Oh.
so, so, so my point is that now you're bringing a human being into this life in a natural form, right? And they won't be the top of the food chain,
Okay,
intelligence wise. Is there a moral dilemma?
bringing a child into this world who is no longer top of the food chain because of AI, artificial intelligence. Is there a moral? Oh, that's a kind of tough question for me. Let me think on that one.
Because and here's how I'm thinking about this thing. Because of AI,
Hmm.
how we use information, how we get information, how we learn information,
Hmm.
all of that is going to dramatically look different from
Hmm.
when you and I went to school, you and I grew up through the world and did things. All of that
Correct.
is going to dramatically change,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Now, I know a lot of people don't think that deep into it. They just
Mm.
fucking and having kids and hey, good luck, kid.
Well, yeah.
Deal with it.
Well,
I had to deal with it. Go have had it. It was fun making you.
that's about all you gonna get out. And that's the thing. Was it really that fun? But anyway, but anyway, things is already changing far as that because like when we was back in school, we actually had books, pencil and paper. These kids work off of computers already. And that's not just in high school. That's starting off. I think once you hit first grade, you on laptops already.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to look at it nowadays. You can give a 5-year old, sometime even younger than that, a cell phone, and they can work it almost better than you can, and you an adult. And them been here way longer than they have, but there's some stuff they can maneuver through. They can find the games and they can find YouTube and TikTok and like, wait a minute. And this is without anybody even showing them how to get there. They know how to maneuver. So it may not be an issue. It's just a matter of getting kids to school now. So, but because, you know, growing up, we didn't get to watch a lot of TV. We had to go outside and play. But now computers and video games are turning into babysitters. You want your kid to sit somewhere and be quiet, what you do? You throw them an iPad, iPhone, and what anything electronic, and that keeps them occupied. So when you want to know, well, where'd you learn that from? You gave them the ability to learn it because you just threw electronic equipment at them and they had to maneuver through it. So it may not be too bad.
Well, they technology wise, current technology wise, they grew up with that. We grew into it. We
Right.
have, and then there's a lot of us that even today resist growing further into it, right? And my thing is, as long as I'm here, I'm not going to try to ignore that it doesn't exist, right?
Yeah.
And also, like the good doctor said, keep that cognitive brain going, that functioning going, right?
Yes.
But I did think about the moral aspect of bringing a child into a world
Mm-hmm.
to which, in theory, they're not going to be number one in the intelligence scale,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it's just, and like I said, I know a lot of people don't think about it that deep,
Mm-hmm.
um, you know, but it's just something that be a good topic for the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let me
So
know in the comments.
it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. You know what? I think you probably would look at it a little different too if you had grandkids or great grandkids. You probably sit back and wonder, is this motherfucker gonna morph into a computer?
Yeah. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. So I guess I just have to watch the great nieces and nephews. 'Cause
do
I
their
don't
thing.
think, yeah, I don't think being the grandma's on my agenda.
Never know. You never know. Never say
Yeah.
never.
Um, yeah. Right.
Never say
Right.
never.
Uh,
Never
I
say
don't
never.
think I said never. I think I said it's not on my agenda. It's not on my bucket list.
Not on your bucket list, your to-do
No.
list.
Yeah. If it happens,
Gotcha.
hey, cool. If it don't, not my choice in life.
Take it as it comes.
Exactly.
I get it.
Have you ever just sat and thought to yourself, what could I have done different in my life choices to make my life different at this point in life?
There's a many a day where I sit back and question my life choices.
I think we all do, but I mean, you have so many people that say, "Oh, I want to go back to when I was in high school," or "I want to go back to I was at this age." I know there's a lot of times you hear people say, "Oh, I want to go back. If I could go back in time, I would do things different." But I don't think you could do things, or you hear that famous saying, "If I know." If I knew what I know now back then, I would have made different choices in life. Do you think that's a true statement?
um, I I only said that as a joke of questioning my life choices. I
I know.
use that as a running joke between me and you when it's a day of yeah, okay, these motherfuckers, right?
Yeah, I know, but
Right.
I heard
But
somebody else say it too, so that's why
yeah,
I just threw this out here.
realistically, I don't even think about it.
Yeah.
Only because I'm not a woulda, coulda, shoulda person.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever the fuck happened, right? It was supposed
Mm-hmm.
to happen. I was supposed to use it as good, bad, or indifferent. It was supposed to happen, and I was supposed to use that as a building block, learning lessons to keep moving the shit forward. And
Right.
that's my whole philosophy is keep moving forward. Just keep it moving forward, you know.
Yeah.
And and like this little chain I got on, right? I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if people can see it. It says life begins at the end of your comfort zone, you know.
Okay.
So I keep that shit moving. There's gonna be some uncomfortable times, there's gonna be some great times. It's all rolled up on one. I don't go looking back at woulda, coulda, shoulda, or anything like that. No.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of my philosophy for it. So no, I don't. I don't.
Yeah.
I just like it as a good joke when like
Well, I
I
know.
sit here and
We do use
evaluate
it
my
as
life choices.
we do use it as a joke, and we'll continue
Right.
using it as a joke
Oh
because I
yeah.
know you
Yeah.
you meant it as a joke,
Yeah.
but
Right.
just to hear like I could sit at work and I have conversations and people be like, oh man, if I could just go back to when I was in high school, I'll make
Mm-hmm.
different choices. But it's like the choices that you made, some of them was not even a choice you made. For
Mm-hmm.
example, me having kids. I had kids. I wanted to have kids, but I didn't choose to be, my choice wasn't to be a single parent.
Mm-hmm.
I got forced into that one. So it's like, okay, well, would I look at it like this? Oh man, if I would go back in time, if I could go back and do this all over again, I wouldn't have kids. I can't say that because I love my kids. And
Mm-hmm.
so to me, that was just, as you say, a learning experience. And it's like, if I look at it now, where would my life be if I didn't have them? So it's like, no, I'm good with the choices that I did make and the choices that I was forced into. So, it's just some of the conversations I have with people at work that are
Oh
always
yeah.
talking about, oh, I was like, I don't want to go back to high school. Now, there's a portion of if I could go back in time to where I ain't got to pay bills but I still wouldn't want to stay at home forever either. So it's like,
Yeah.
because with the way the economy is getting, everybody like, I don't want to be a grown up no more. Well, I don't have a problem with being a grown up. It's just take these bills away.
Sure.
So,
Sure.
there you have
Well,
it.
I've got there's a guy that I saw recently, and he was talking about he left the job early um, before he could see the crest of the hill he left. Right.
Okay.
What he was expressing his regret because he there was a couple things that he now can't do or can't benefit from because he left early. And I said, and he asked me my opinion. He was like, "So what do you think about that?" I was like, "Dude, at the end of the day, you had mentally checked out anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So sitting here now
Mm-hmm.
to contemplate that is a waste of time,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. You left early, and therefore it is what it is." I said, so sitting back and contemplating that, you're gonna wreck yourself, you
Right.
know, because there's absolutely nothing you can do about
Right.
it, right? So let that shit go and keep it moving. you know,
Yeah.
and he was like, yeah, yeah, I hear what you're saying. I'm glad I talked to you. Hey, cool. We was always cool.
Right.
There's
Right.
a lady I know. She was saying how she was the black sheep of the family,
Mm-hmm.
and she didn't want to have kids, but
Mm-hmm.
again, she got married. No, she got into a relationship. That's a lifelong partner, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
And now she has 3 kids,
Okay.
right? And so one day she's talking about this. Her, she thought she was gonna travel the world and just, kind of hippie it out, And here she is, got these 3 kids and stuff. I said, "Oh, so," and I was kind of joking. I was like, "So, any regrets?" And she looked at me like, "I love my kids."
Yeah.
I said, "Let me leave that lady alone."
Right, right. But see, that's a she got lost in the moment. Maybe it wasn't, you know, as you say, it was good making them, but maybe she got lost in the moment
I can see it on her
or
face. She was like, "I love my kids."
or the famous the condom broke.
The condom broke. the condom, bro.
Hey, I'm just trying to help her, you know.
Look at the
She
condom,
didn't
bro.
choose it. It
Right,
just happened.
right.
It just
You
happened.
know,
So,
and that's the reason why I don't do the woulda, coulda, shoulda. There's the Mel Robbins video. Mel Robbins is kind of the motivational guru on YouTube or whatever.
hmm.
Actually, she's going on tour now too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and she's got a video with this neuroscientist, Dr. Jaha.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'm pronouncing her name correctly.
Yeah, because she only called her by her first name
First name,
was
right,
a me or a mir or something like that.
right. The video is titled 12 Minutes to a Better Brain. The good doctor has a book out regarding the research to it. Video is about an hour and something long, I think. And
Hmm.
definitely a good video to check out. I'll link it in the description so you can go to it and see it for yourself. Now, the best part of this thing, well, I should say the best part. No, the best part of this thing is she talks about the research and the science on all you great multitasking motherfuckers. and, and
Uh-huh.
and her research and science backs what I've been saying all the time. Y'all fucking suck at it. You ain't shit. It doesn't exist. You've been bamboozled. It's a big fucking scam. You suck at it. And then these people use it in business nowadays. Oh, you must be a great multitasker. It's a bunch of bullshit. It doesn't exist. Right? Now, those are my words, but that's what they said.
Okay. See, now you went where I was going because that's where I was headed to that video. And because she did say multitasking does not exist. It's, I'm gonna try to put it in a little nicer terms than the way you put it. She put it as in you're not doing multiple tasks, you're switching, you're task switching. So what you're doing, your task, you're doing something right here. You stop doing what you're doing over here and you just switch to another task, which you're losing focus on what you're doing over here, which causes you to mess up on something. So she referred to you should go back to and just do monotask. And for those that don't know what mono is, she mean do one task at a time so you know that it's done proficient and correctly.
Correct. And this is why you can't get your damn order right in the drive-through at McDonald's because you're stuck on the damn multitasking bullshit that they sold you in the corporate world, and everybody trickled down that this is the latest and greatest thing, and all it is a bunch of bullshit. Now,
Okay.
so they watched a number of people do a singular task
Mm-hmm.
with multiple steps.
Mm-hmm.
And in that, the person had memorized the steps to the task and
Mm-hmm.
became very accurate at it because it was so repetitive. They
Mm-hmm.
wasn't taking an order at the machine, going back and frying the fries, coming back and collecting the money, going over to the soda machine. That is not multitasking. That's a clusterfuck.
Yeah, because I order a regular Coke and you give me diet.
Right. So they corporately have sold this concept and idea, and it's so ingrained in it
Mm-hmm.
that these people champion themselves at being great multitasker, and the shit doesn't exist. I've been saying the shit don't exist. It does not exist. Now, are some people more efficient at switching from one task to another? Yes, I agree with that. Some people
Mm-hmm.
are great, better at others than switching from one task to another, and it usually involves a good memory and a great reputation of understanding, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The rest of y'all suck at the shit. Stop it. Stop that bullshit. It doesn't exist. That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying. But
And that comes from the doctor. So,
that
yes,
comes from, exactly.
that comes. It's not just his word, it's the doctor who has
Right.
did a study. So there
Exactly.
you have it. Yes.
And one of the other things about the video, she talked about 12 minutes a day in making in focus and
Meditation.
making your brain stronger by using meditation.
Mm-hmm.
And she talked about how in her family, with her mother and father, that was a daily practice. But
Mm-hmm.
she kind of blew it off to the side because she was running with the big university science degree, only to come back to the holistic art of meditation.
Mm-hmm.
So it led her right back to where she should have started in the
Her
first.
upbringing.
Right. But now she's got the science to go along with it, that it is
Correct.
beneficial. And 12 minutes is the kind of minimum line to where you can get benefits from it and it still be easy for you to practice on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
so I think it's a great video to check out.
It
Um,
is.
in especially if you're looking to, as we get older, to strengthen our mind and work it like a muscle and get the benefits from the science and the doctor of what she's saying, you know,
Yeah.
and stop all that goofy ass multitasking garbage.
And I did enjoy that part of the meditation because she did break it down. She said, if you can't just do 12 minutes at the beginning, break it up or start with less time. She said you could do it first thing in the morning when you get up, while you brushing your teeth, or actually while you're just sitting in the bathroom, you could do a meditation. Or she said, standing waiting for an elevator, you can do a meditation. But she's like, if you feel you just can't start off at 12 minutes, at least do 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and just work your way up to however many minutes you feel is good of meditation for you. And you
There you
can't
go.
multitask while you meditate. You have to meditate.
Right.
Sit in
Exactly.
silence.
In silence, quiet. I know it's kind of hard for those with families and whatnot. You have to be up way earlier than the rest of the tribe, you know, especially if you're responsible for gathering up the tribe and lunch and getting people off and making sure we got the right clothes and all that other good stuff, right?
I think a lot of people do some type of meditation and don't realize it because, like for me, I can, first thing in the morning when I get up, what I do is sit on the side of the bed and I can sit there for at least 10, 15 minutes before I even start moving to get ready for work. And am I really gathering my thoughts? No, I'm just sitting there. I'm sitting there, my eyes closed. I'm just sitting there like just just sitting there for no apparent reason. So I think that is my meditation time because I do it every morning. It doesn't fail. I just I just sit and
That's
then I
that's a good way to start off, though. That's a good way to be, just in general, you
yeah.
know, and do that. And then again, I always emphasize in getting your morning stretch in. It doesn't have to be this long, drawn out, vigorous, heart pumping thing. You know, it's just to wake your body up from the night's rest. Even if you
Mm,
didn't get a good night's rest, at least try to get a good stretch in the morning of your shoulders and your hips and your knees. You know, so you, especially as we get older, you know, to keep our flexibility and our mobility going.
yeah.
So that's the thing. So that's our little health talk, some of what we do to
Yeah,
stay flexible, mobile, and keep the brain moving forward.
exactly. We try to do all three.
There you go.
Meditate, flexibility, mobility, and that cognitive. 'Cause like I
Cognitive
say,
function.
exactly. I learn something new every day talking to you. If
Oh
it ain't
yeah,
nothing big, it's something small, but I'm always learning something.
me too. From AI,
Yeah, but I'm learning from you as you learn from AI.
take me to your leader.
Well, you're my new tutor.
No,
Tutor.
I'm the robot. Take me to your leader.
Oh, like the one video you sent me about the AI robot. Do you remember that one you sent me?
Which one?
It's where they can do the basic house functions, and he's like, "Oh, that's
Oh
not
yeah,
real."
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was funny.
It wasn't. So the video she's talking about is where he's explaining there's a company that has a atomic robot, atomical robot of a human that's supposed to be your personal assistant doing housework and this, that, and the other. The problem is that it can't really do all the functions that a human can do. It hasn't learned, nor does its body really move and be able to do those tasks. And they're selling the thing for a huge chunk of money, but you give up privacy because it has to constantly learn and they have to constantly update the software and hardware. So you become basically a testing ground for this thing. And it's
Hmm.
it's like the hardware is here and the software is here.
Yeah, big
So
difference.
there's a big gap between software knowledge and
Mm-hmm.
hardware ability.
Correct.
So the hardware ability is not there yet.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, you'll be the testing grounds to help improve this thing. and and the price, I forget what the price is, but the price is a grip.
Yeah. Do I want to say 20 grand or more?
I think it was like 20 grand to
Yeah.
own the thing,
Yeah.
but you can get it on a monthly payment too.
Yeah. But they want so much of the payment and it's not even really available yet. So,
Right, I think it's like a Kickstarter thing or
yeah.
whatever. And the thing
Yeah.
about it is you've got no guarantees that this company is either going to stay afloat to even, it might turn out to be, I forget how much this thing weighs, but it might turn out to be a non-atomical human in your closet junk
Yeah.
if the company
Yeah.
goes out of business.
Yeah.
So it's a gamble all the way around.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you're already pretty much losing your privacy anyway. I was sitting here, me and my daughter was sitting here, and we were talking, not talking about people, but we were talking about the different body sizes of people.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just asking a curious question. It's like, how do like, because you have those 600-pound people on TV and you see how their stomach is. It's like, I'm wondering, it's like, how do they get comfortable? And the next thing you know, you start seeing advertisement on TV about those size people getting the Ozempic and the
Mm-hmm.
Manjaro. It's like, okay, we were just talking about this, hadn't seen a commercial like that all day. And then all of a sudden, soon as we say it, next thing you know, it. It's that's like when you online, you look something up, and next thing you know, it's all through your news feed on Facebook. It's like all of this is connected some kind of way. But you're right. I wouldn't want no human something size something in my closet that's wasting money. Unless I got the money to waste, and that I
Money
don't
to
have.
burn. You can be an
Exactly.
early adopter. That's what they call
I
that. Your early adopters, they'll jump on it. They
yeah.
usually got money to burn to early adopt.
Okay. Well, if they really just want to give it away, they can find me, give it to me. I'll take it.
Not me.
Not I'm talking about give me the money.
Oh, the money. Oh,
Yeah. Give me the money. If they got it to burn, don't burn it. Just give it to me.
just give it to you.
Just give it to me.
I
I
get it.
got a few bills I could pay with it.
Little chain, chain.
But we would like to thank you and appreciate you for coming and joining us. We look forward to reading your comments. Have a good night. Thank you.